So, I just beat The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the Nintendo Switch, and I don't even know where to begin with this one. Do I start with the second underground map that spans the entirety of the first map? The dozens of sky islands, new shrines, quest lines, characters? Or how about the endless amounts of contraptions I've seen people make? 90% of which is used to torture these poor little Korok guys. Story is there too, and we will get to that. What I'm trying to say is, this game is boundlessly massive. It's to the point where I don't even know if I could cram everything into one of these videos without having it go on way too long. My first quick playthrough to get first impressions took 50 goddamn hours. I just kept getting distracted from literally anything. Simply walking from point A to B to accomplish some important task does not happen. Looking up, down, sideways, there's always something new to discover. So let's just start on that. In my Breath of the Wild video, I talked about how you released into this big open world with a million things to do. Tears of the Kingdom decidedly took that concept and added another 9 million things. A lot of anxiety that surrounded this new adventure was the reused map, the Kingdom of Hyrule. A large number of people who sunk their time into Breath of the Wild explored this place from head to toe. When returning, there had to be an exceptional amount of differences to really justify this second entry. And yeah, stuff really did change. The main idea truly is bigger is better, and that concept is employed right off the bat with the first tutorial island. More space, mechanics, puzzles, all surmounting to land the player loose via Wii Sports Resort method. It's a magical feeling as the piano melodies calmly drift you to the ground. And then that's it. Once again, go nuts. With a pocket full of new abilities and an optional main storyline, it really is just Breath of the Wild 2.0. Saying that though, there's nothing really wrong with it. It is greatly encouraged to go get the paraglider. You can certainly try to go without it. Can't say I'd recommend it though. I made the choice to go the long way around before taking on the big bad this time, meeting up with each village's leaders. However, what would have been a quick victory lap turned into a marathon discovering trove after trove of quests and dungeons. There was one point where I found this little offshoot cave system near Lookout Landing, and then I ventured through it for an hour and a half, blowing up rocks and fighting skeletons. It was a completely optional journey that I just happened to get wrapped up in. Sky Islands were also another great way to activate those explorative instincts. Seeing an archipelago of hidden treasures or dangerous foes hovering above you at all times unsurprisingly creates some exciting prospects. All the while, Tears of the Kingdom gives the players the pieces they need to make these discoveries, much like its older sibling. Those pieces just so happen to also create bomber F-40s. Of the several new abilities introduced, a few happen to be creating ungodly machines Lego style. These can range from simple little balloons to fucking big wheel. The amount of dumbass creations I've witnessed has opened the gateways to some of the most creative minds of our generation. Zonai devices have a near endless amount of possibilities, and it relies solely on the player to bring out their full potential. It continues to push that inherent idea of playing however you want that Breath of the Wild started. The new shrines offer up some beginner ideas to get you going, and from there, just keep building. The story once again offers a more confined and traditional Zelda experience, although this time with creative and fun dungeons. For the most part, you're once again taking up League with the Champions, and a random child for some reason. With the entirety of Hyrule in disarray after Ganondorf's unleashing and a missing Zelda, Link's gotta hustle. Each area offers a problem with a dungeon accompanying it. Some of them are obviously better than others. Tears of the Kingdom's physics and tools allow for a lot of workarounds for puzzles. But at the end of each dungeon, there's at least a cool boss fight waiting for you. I won't spoil too much. Except for this ice dragon fight. Launching into the highest peaks of the sky to find this hidden floating overlook was insane. Crashing through the sky, diving into the dragon, making it explode everywhere. It was so cool. The previous bosses I took on before were interesting in their own right, but I feel the Sky Temples hits that grand scale the game reaches for. I give it first prize. The characterization of each champion definitely improved as well, as they're given more screen time to actually have an arc and develop. Furthermore, they actually go in with you to the dungeons. I think Yunobo had the most growth and improvement as a character, and he has too many haters. Stop being mean to him, he is a sweetheart. Taking on dungeons and combat in general became a lot more interesting through another big addition. Fusion. High damaging weapons are no more. and the age of thick stick has entered. One of the largest complaints regarding Breath of the Wild was weapon deterioration. Now that's not much of a problem when almost anything can be your weapon, including my latest creation, my giant boomerang. You can also make impossibly high damage creations beyond limits once set. There's also stopping time, auto build, mechanics I could ramble on about for the rest of this video. But at the very core of it all, the question stands, is it a worthy sequel? Hell, is it fun? Yeah, it is the culmination of the last 5 years since its announcement. I know it's an easy statement to make, and many people are going to want to delve into the flaws of a popular game such as this, but there is never a moment where I felt bored or dulled down by the gameplay. Throughout the day, I was thinking when I could be playing Zelda. It had me coming back every single time. Even with the rare low moment, I still found a net positive out of the entire experience. There's still so much more I could talk about. I could probably make a whole video about the depths alone. I couldn't fit that into the review. It's literally a second map. As I'm writing this script, I want to keep playing, and like it will be while recording and editing. It's a cut and dry case of real AAA development. This is how it's done. Alright, dick writing over. Thanks.